Up in Halifax County, North Carolina, like one of the original, like 13 colonies type shit. So they have all of these historical sites, like the fucking plantation houses are still there. The fucking trees our ancestors hung on are still there. They still have the places where they used to chain them up at. It's still there. Why the fuck have I never seen a slave ship?
I used to think about this question all the time. Like, why don't we see slave ships? And then this article popped up and it dawned on me. This was the name of the ship. It starts with a C. I don't want to butcher its name, so that was the name of the ship. When it became illegal to import Africans from Africa to the Americas for slavery, this ship was still doing that. So for them to hide the evidence, they went ahead and blew up the ship so that it could sink, so that they wouldn't get trouble for still importing Africans. So that's why they're able to find this ship. But what happened to all the other slave ships? How come we don't see any evidence of those? Well, because they weren't called slave ships back then. They were called cargo ships. And there would be no reason for them to save a ship for historical record when it comes to the enslavement of Africans, because they thought Africans were animals. And why would you preserve a boat that carried animals? So if they didn't need the boat anymore, they just destroyed it or took it apart and sold the wood. You know, I really love home improvement shows, really love them. And there was something that I learned watching home improvement shows that were in the South, and it's something called shiplap. I didn't know what shiplap was, so I went and researched it. And basically what it is parts of the boat. They would take apart the boat, sell the wood, and people would make their homes with it. You see where I'm going with this, right? You ever walk into a home in the South and sometimes it just feels eerie? Like the walls are talking? Like there's an energy in here that's just not it? Sometimes I wonder, when I walk into a home like that now, is there shiplap behind the drywall? But yeah, that's why you don't see slave ships anymore. Or don't see records, actually, of slave ships. Because back then, we were animals. Why the fuck would they save a boat that carried animals? Things that make you go,